Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the TYCAST, the video game podcast. We do this live every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have an awesome show for you this evening. Thank you for being here live. Thank you for listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, wherever you're enjoying this from. Hope your Thursday night's going great, or whatever day it is. We have an awesome panel tonight. A lot of familiar faces. Let's get right into it. So we got Russ at CryoSeasel. How you doing, man? How you been?
Pretty good. Happy to be back.
Awesome. Luke at Luke Gleason. Good to have you back, man. How you been?
Yeah. Awesome. Good to be back.
Yeah. Max at Minato Max.
Hey everyone, I know no one was expecting to see me this week since I haven't been here in a while, but I'm happy to be here once again.
Good to have you back. It's been too many. So it's been what, exactly 1 week since you were here last.
Yeah, it's way too long, man. Too long. I'm so sorry.
Chris at Toaster Dog, how you been, man?
I've been well. I'm glad to be back also after a little hiatus.
Yeah, so. It's been a few weeks for you. So thank you all for being here. Let's get right into our pickups and what we've been playing this week. Russ, we'll start with you. What have you been playing? What did you pick up? What's new in your world of video games?
These past few weeks have been boring.
Yeah.
I picked up one game, which is Subnautica. I think it was Aaron that shared the link that it went on sale. Somebody did. Pretty sure it was Aaron. But I've been playing Dead by Daylight and Guacamelee a lot lately. Yeah. And I caught Nettie's stream last week, I think. She was playing Rhythm Doctor. And as soon as I saw the gameplay of it, I needed to try it. It's kind of like Rhythm Heaven, where it's just a really simple one-button rhythm game. It's really hard, but really fun. And I really like the music to it.
Nice.
Still haven't beaten it yet, though.
Right on. So only Subnautica was your only pickup this week?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think since the last time I was on here, I also picked up Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask, have you played that at all?
No, still unopened.
Still unopened? Oh, man. I saw a lot of chatter about it online, people talking, and I haven't heard anything about it. It went really silent right after it released. And so I don't know if I don't know what that means. So we'll see. I'm curious to get your take on it, though, once you get into it. Luke, it's been a little bit. What have you been playing? Any cool pickups lately?
Yeah, I actually have been playing games in between my busy stuff, but I think back in December I bought Jedi Fallen Order, but I never actually played it.
Yeah.
So I started playing that, and it's really awesome. Definitely recommend it.
I need to get back into that.
Oh, you have played it?
I started it. I put like 2 hours in. I forgot where I was. I was like, I don't remember. It's been a few months, but I've been dying to get back into it.
Yeah, definitely one of the better Star Wars games that I've seen in a long time. And the other game I picked up on the Steam Summer Sale is the Halo Collection. I played Halo 1 and 2 like way back in the day, but I never finished them. So now I'm just going back through all the games. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I started back on Halo 1 not too long ago too, after I built my PC, because they have that on Game Pass, and so I was going back and playing through Halo 1 in like as high as of a resolution I could push it out to. Any other pickups or anything? Just Fallen Order and
just
Halo?
Those two things right now.
Nice. Right on. Max at Minato Max. The next hour is yours to talk about your pickups. I know you're at a conference this week. You just put out a video on it. So if you want to give some highlights and everything, go for it.
All right. I will say I did play one game this week. That was House Hunting 2.0. This was really funny today. I found a house. None of the people was inside of it, but they had their creatures and pets just walking around, which was kind of weird. So there was just a turtle walking around the house.
Nice.
I was like, then there was a parrot just flying around doing its thing. There was a snake in its cage. Luckily, that would have been pretty bad to see the snake just walking around. There was a cat. The cat was just acting completely normal with everything that was happening with that, but that's been interesting. No gaming other than that. Pickups though. All right, I don't know where to start. I have so much crap. Okay, I'll just start off with what I picked
just
up
fly
first.
through it. Yeah.
Amiibos. I got the Monster Hunter 2 story amiibos. These were kind of difficult to get. I got, let's see. These two were pretty easy to get. But then GameStop, or every GameStop around the world, didn't get this one in on day one. And it wasn't till the next day that all GameStops had it. It was kind of weird since they had the other two amiibos. The release of this one was definitely weird. I didn't pick up Monster Hunter Stories 2. The only reason why I got the amiibos, I have every Monster Hunter amiibo out already.
Mhm.
So I kind of wanted to continue that trend because I highly doubt we're going to see any more Monster Hunter amiibos after this. So that's why I went ahead and picked up those three. And they were GameStop exclusives. Those are going to be pretty hard to get if I was just to be like, you know what, now I want them. So I went ahead and just pulled the trigger on those. And then the convention stuff I picked up. I picked up the Lion King and Aladdin Duo Switch game. Picked that up for $10 sealed. That was a pretty good deal. I also picked up... There's something in my eye. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I picked up Doom 64 on the
that.
Switch. Classic Edition, which is really cool. It is sealed. I want to open this up, but like I feel evil opening this up. So like I haven't decided what I'm doing here. There was a dude at the convention that was just selling the regular edition of the game for $90. I only paid $70 for this, so I feel like I had a really good deal. I think that's what it went for retail when Limited Run was selling it. But this is probably the coolest pickup. Actually, this could be debatably the best pickup. I got a autographed photo of the voice actor of Bowser. He was there at the convention last week. Met that guy. He was actually pretty funny and pretty cool.
Nice.
That cost me $50 though, so I don't know. that was pretty pricey.
I'm torn about paid autographs. Just my personal opinion. Not to derail you.
Mm-hmm.
I know that seems to be like an industry thing. I never heard about that until. And like I understand that it could be like a business type of thing. It's just I don't know. That weirds me out.
It's weird because no offenses to him, he charged himself pretty high compared to other voice actors out there. Like the voice of Sonic only does $40, and that guy only voiced Bowser. That's all of his voice acting work he's done. Still a cool guy. I'm happy I paid the $50, but
yeah,
he kind of overcharged in my opinion. Picked up some 3DS games. I got Donkey Kong Country 3D or Country Returns 3D, $10. That's a really good deal. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, $10. Mario Kart 7, $10. Out of everything I picked up, I really didn't need this, but I feel like out of all the 3DS games I have, I probably should own this because this is the game that like literally everyone has on their 3DS most likely.
Yeah.
And for $10, that's a very good price because it's about a $15-$20 game. And then I got NES coasters. I was really excited about this, but the coasters are actually garbage. So I'm like, this was a waste of money.
Bummer.
Yeah. So I might just like hang these up on the wall because they're gonna mess up probably in like a few months. So I don't think it's worth using them.
Yeah, just display them somehow.
I have one more thing, but I don't know where. Oh, it's right here. All right. So I got an awesome Mega Man 11 statue. I paid $20, which is actually here's a good image of it.
Oh, nice.
We got Mega Man and Dr. Wily, and a lot of people got mad because I called him Dr. Willie. I'm so sorry, but it's Dr. Wiley. I'm correcting myself now.
You're forgiven on behalf of all the Mega Man fans out there.
I would have said Willie too.
I legit had no idea that it was Dr. Wiley. I just assumed it was Dr. Willie. I mean, I don't know, but this was really cool. This is actually a GameStop exclusive thing, I think. So it's something you can't get anymore unless you find it from. I just dropped the box. Nice. If you find it from like vendors, like I did, and I think that's it. Oh, this is probably like stuff you guys won't care about, but I did buy some Game Chasers merch from the people over there. They were selling their Blu-rays and T-shirts, so I picked up a Blu-ray and T-shirt.
Nice.
And that's it for me.
It sounds like he had a solid haul, like great weekend. Go watch Max's video on his trip. It's an entertaining and fun watch. Chris at Toaster Dog, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? What did you pick up?
I'll start with what I've been playing since I only have one new pickup. I played a little bit of Rocket League, even though I said I would again.
I saw your activity on.
You saw nothing.
I saw it. I was going to call you out on that.
I played a little bit of Cyberpunk. I streamed a little bit of Link to the Past on Saturday, and also spent quite a bit of time in Skriller Wolf's 24-hour stream for charity.
Yes.
My daughter made me install Sonic Dash on my phone, so I've been playing a little bit of that.
Is that
which is just like it's an endless runner, basically. Yeah. It's like Subway Surfers, but with a Sonic skin on it. And then my one pickup, which this is the first game that I've ever forgot that I bought. I think I bought it around Prime Day, but it is Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, nice.
I need to pick that game up.
I bought that digitally not too long ago, but
it was $15, so I figured it's.
Oh, that's good. That's a good deal.
Not a terrible price, and I've been wanting it for a while. So
I think I paid more for that digitally, more than that digitally.
Does it come with like goodies inside? Because I know sometimes the indie games they'll throw you some good.
Yeah, it's got a map and I think something else in it. I can see that there's paperwork inside. I don't know without looking up what exactly it comes with it, but yeah, it's got some goodies in there.
Pretty cool.
Nice. I guess got thrown off by Sally in the chat calling me out. What was I gonna say? You picked up Entitled Goose Game. You played Rocket League, and then Skriller's 24-hour stream. That was awesome. I was in there. I saw you in there a ton. Russ and I actually won prize. I didn't know she was doing prizes. And
Russ won too. What'd you win, Russ?
I think
I won a sticker pack.
Nice. That's cool. Very cool.
And so that was awesome. Skriller's on usually once a month on the TYCAST. Usually at the last week of the month, she jumps in. So she should be here in two weeks. But yeah, she did a whole charity stream for. I already forgot the name.
Best Friends.
Best Friends. Yeah, the animal charity. So they raised $500, which is awesome for that. So I'm jumping into my pickups. I bought 3 games. I got the Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero that was on sale that Beach Pizza Gaming let us know about. Immortals Phoenix Rising, because it was like, I don't know, $15 now or something. I got it used, but luckily it was complete. Even has the, I don't know if this is has the in-game content card. I don't know if it's probably been redeemed, but we'll see. And then Risk of Rain 1 and 2 was on sale also, I think on Amazon. And then I've been playing Guacamelee. I streamed that this weekend, which was fun. I played a little bit more of that. And then we all played, who all was in that that Dead by Daylight session? It was Sally. Sally's in the chat. Russ, you were in there. Nettie. Was it?
And
because Sally streamed it. Was it just us 4? Yeah. That was. I had way too much fun with that. I hope every time I play Dead by Daylight, I'm like, oh, why don't I play this more? It's so much fun. If you have like a group of people all on chat and everything, it's just I completely understand the draw to that game because it's so entertaining. I just wish the like blood web thing was not so overwhelming. It's like reading a whole book and then trying to decide what is best. I'm just randomly clicking stuff. I was like, I like that icon. That's a knife. That's some rope. That's like, I'm like, and I don't know how to use any of it in game, but still, it's very, very, very entertaining. So I've been playing on PC, but it's also blows my mind that we can play it. Like Sally was on Switch, Rush, you were on PS5, I was on PC, and Nettie was on PC, and without a hitch, we were all just playing together. Although the Switch version is very dark and you cannot change the brightness in game, and so I was watching, not cheating, Sally's stream, and it was so much darker than when I was observing from the PC version of like after I was dead or something. And so that's just one thing.
Help you with that.
Yeah, or it could hurt with those darker darks, or maybe that's I don't know. And probably better contrast ratio, I'm guessing.
I wish more future multiplayer games would have crossplay like that. That's pretty cool.
I think we're gonna get more of that from third party. So, jumping into the news, I'm gonna do my little transition, see if it still works. You never know. Actually, where is my transition? Is it this one? It worked. We're here. We're at the news. So Valve announced the Steam Deck, aka the Switch Pro, that no one was asking for, but I'm intrigued by this a lot. It looks like if you're watching live, I'm on the product website and it's just rotating around the device. Some things to note: that the button placement is peculiar. There's two analog sticks inside of a D-pad and the ABXY buttons that are outside of the analog sticks, and there's two big track pads underneath that, and this is all on the side of the screen. There's also two trigger buttons, and then it looks like 4 trigger buttons, and then 4 more back paddle buttons. So there's a lot of buttons on this thing, and it runs Steam, but also another thing is that you can sideload other OSs and other game stores. So it sounds like they've confirmed that Epic Game Store and other stuff can run on it too, which is kind of cool. And this seems like this has been in the works for a while, but it seems very timely that they announced it the same day as the Switch OLED pre-orders went live, that they're trying to do some disruption. And no friendo, there's no physical media for it. That should be noted for everyone that are physical fans. It runs an AMD. I think that there's a spec somewhere here. So it starts at it's $399 for the 64 gig, the eMMC, which is the flash media, $529 for a 256 gig NVMe SSD, and then $649 for a 512 gig NVMe SSD. And you also get like Steam community virtual stuff if you get the bigger ones, or the more expensive ones. But I don't know. I'm intrigued. I kind of want this, but I don't know why. I think it's just because of the weirdness, wow factor of it. I'm going to go around, and I have a feeling that I'm probably the most excited for this, but I want to hear what you guys think about this. Russ.
So Honestly, when I first saw this, I was thinking it was like an April Fool's joke because it just did not look real to me.
Fair.
I like it, but I don't like it. I don't like the button placement at all. That's just awful to me.
Yeah.
I don't like that there's no physical media for it, but that's also nice because it's just your Steam library, which I have a huge Steam library and I don't play them anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like this thing is so close to the Switch. Like when they have that like rotating image and you see the back of it, that just looks like a Switch from the back. I'm almost surprised Nintendo would. I could see Nintendo like filing a suit against this or something just with how similar it looks to it. It's probably different enough for it to.
I think where I don't know where I put it. It reminds me more of my Switch Lite with my grip case on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it because it's also the same color. But like I like that the handles like extend back. It's not just a flat plane like the Switch is.
Yeah.
And although adding additional handles would probably be hard. But the IGN review, they said that it's actually pretty comfortable, which I believe with the analog sticks and the button placement is kind of weird going side by side. But I think the also top and bottom on the Switch is weird, and I struggle with playing using the D-pad on the Switch and stuff. But
I think I probably would have picked this up if it wasn't so expensive. Because I would want the good one to make sure I know my games will run okay on it, and that's the same price as a PS5.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of ridiculous to me for a Switch clone to be $600.
Yeah. We should note that the all of them have expandable. They have an SD card slot, and so I don't know. They haven't made it clear if there's any benefit to playing off the SSD versus SD or flash memory, other than faster loading times. That's the only thing that they reference. But if there's restrictions to like, oh, you need the SSD version to run X games, like that is another thing that has to be taken into account, which they have not acknowledged that. But I mean, from the other perspective too, it's like a Switch OLED is $350 and this is $399. It's like it like the base model is pretty inexpensive for the power that it has compared to the Switch. I haven't done side by side, but and also we should note the battery life range is ridiculous. Like it's 2 to 8 hours. So if it's 2 hours, that's horrible. If it's 8 hours, that's amazing for something like this. And so like having that range, I'm guessing that it's probably going to be somewhere like 3, like in real life. If you're like, I bet you can only get 8 if you have like the screen at 10% brightness and you're running 2D games only or something weird like that. Like all these caveats. But I'm curious to see what real world tests are like. Luke, what were your thoughts on this?
I'm definitely intrigued by it. I don't know if I'm like completely sold on it because I'm pretty frugal with buying like a ton of different consoles and things like that. But I mean, I might get it down the line because it'd be nice to have something that's just portable for my Steam library.
Yeah, Luke, I should note that it runs Jedi Fallen Order from your Steam library on it.
I was just clicking on a link and I saw that advertised on it. That's funny.
Yeah, no friendo in here is like, but does it have an OLED screen?
I do like that it has 4K capability in the dock, though.
Yeah, the dock has 4K. Actually, technically, it has 8K capability, but I don't know if that's. They haven't made it clear if that's just like the maximum spec for the DisplayPort output. Because I noticed it uses, I think it just uses a DisplayPort 2.1 or whatever it is, and so it technically could do 8K 60. But whether I don't think that this device could probably maybe something basic could output something like that, but I don't know if it has an OLED screen though, my friendo. Just throwing that out there. That would be interesting to note. Max, what about you?
All right, so it sounds exciting, but the fact that it's digital only, pretty much, I'm like, $400 for digital stuff. I don't know. The button placement looks like something I created, so I think looks awful in my opinion. So I don't know what they were thinking over there at the button placement. Maybe they tapped into my mind and was like, oh, let's do something like this. But yeah, that looks horrible. I feel like most of these games are gonna run 2 hours, so it's one of my issues with the Switch. The battery life on that thing is awful. I feel like every game I play is like 3 hours on the Switch. So the battery life, it's kind of I wish there was a better battery life in this thing. I don't think I'm picking this up. I'm definitely not picking up a digital system for $400. So if I saw this for like $50, I would pay for it. But I know that's like a price point that's never gonna happen. So
I didn't see this page before, but it's a 7-inch touchscreen. It's probably not OLED because they didn't say it is. The trackpads, there is the gyro inside, which is kind of cool. So it's a 40 watt hour battery. Provides several hours of playtime for most games. For lighter use cases, games like streaming, smaller 2D games, or web browsing, you can expect the battery life of approximately 7 to 8 hours. So it sounds like it's probably gonna be closer to like 3 hours for actual gameplay. And then the dock, it looks like it's a full PC dock, but it's weird. It's use your deck as a PC because it is one. I'm curious, does SteamOS have a full like UI? Like, it looks like there's like a taskbar and stuff. I'm not sure, but
I do not know.
Yeah, I think it does. At least on one of the videos I saw, it looks like it does. But if you go to the tech specs page, it says it's okay. The screen, it says it's optically bonded LCD.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's an OLED.
No.
According to that, it says it's not. So
yeah, definitely not. So the Switch OLED's better then. Case closed.
Display wise, anyway. So
yeah.
I'm with Russ and Max about the button placement. Just aesthetically looks ridiculous to me. It definitely would have to be something that I would have to hold in my hand to know for sure.
Yeah.
And regarding your other thoughts about if games would run faster, it says on the main page there, there's no in-game difference in frame rates or graphics quality between the three models.
Oh, okay.
So it's only load times according to that.
Mm.
Another thing that we talked about in the Discord is that this thing is absolutely massive, in my opinion. It weighs 1.5 pounds, which is like 40% more than the Switch with the Joy-Cons attached, or something like that. Maybe even more than that. I right now definitely am not going to get one. I already have a gaming laptop, so if I want to play something, a Steam game, I'll just bust out my laptop.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's the interesting piece of hardware for sure. I'd be curious to see how much the dock is going to be too, because that will make it an actual like gaming quote unquote laptop to me to have it on the big screen. I mean, have you played Rocket League or anything like that on the Switch? Like the screen is so small you can't see.
It's a totally different experience between playing on Switch and then playing on on a PC. Like
yeah, like I would imagine that a lot of these, especially the newer games, a lot of them are really technical. And can you just imagine, like, even playing something like World of Warcraft, which I know you can't play in Steam, but imagine something like that with 800 buttons at the bottom. You're not even going to be able to see that.
That's true. I see what you're saying. That like a lot of games that are on Steam are not going to be like an optimal experience in like a handheld mode. Is what you're saying with the 7-inch screen? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just screen size wise. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, for sure.
The other thing that I haven't read anything about is there an offline mode? Can you download a game and take it with you in the car?
Yeah, that's
because on my laptop I can turn Steam in offline mode and play, like a single player game or RPG or whatever. Not that I do, but I could without connecting to the Steam servers.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm guessing that it would probably have something like that, but that is good to know if you leave, you're not on Wi-Fi, if you're gonna have issues, like phoning home with validating your library. I'm guessing that it would probably be similar to your laptop though, since it's gonna be all Steam.
I would imagine that too. And then one more thing I want to bring up is the pre-order period. The first 48 hours is only for people that have purchased something on Steam prior to June 2021, which I think is a really cool idea.
Yes, that's a great idea. You can only buy one, or you can only pre-order one. You have to have had a purchase before June 2021, and there was something else that they did, and I totally forgot what it was. There was another thing they put in place to you have to pay $5. It's refundable, but you have to pay $5 to get into to secure your availability to pre-order. And so it's like they're I feel like they're doing some things better than what a lot of other rollouts have done. So I'm curious to see how that actually works, if it's effective. All right, moving on. We have a few more news items, and we have our big hot take. We're behind. I thought this was going to be the fastest episode, and we are behind. So the sealed Mario 60. Has anyone been following this? Where the sealed Mario 64 copy sold for $1.5 million on at auction, and it doesn't make sense because the only thing is it's the 9.8 water rating, which is basically that they've all but said that that's the highest that this game can probably ever get because of the way that N64 games are manufactured and sealed and everything, like in the cardboard boxes. But 1.56 million. The thing is, like, a 9.4 copy of the game sold for like 28,000, and so it's basically the same thing. And like it was like, I think it was, and then like a 9.2 sold for like 5,000 like a month ago. So why? I don't get why this sold for 1.5 million. Either there's some funny business going on, someone dumping money into this, but a lot of people are sketched out by it. Has anyone been following this at all? We don't have to go the full round, but
it seems suspicious.
Yeah,
in my opinion. I also heard that the parent company of VGA that does grading actually bought WADA this week, I think.
Oh, really?
Sure. Yeah. So that'll be interesting too. I have no graded games, and I don't have any desire to get any of my games graded, but some people like it, and that's cool. They look cool, I guess, but
yeah, it's something to do. It's just I don't know. I'm weirded out by the whole thing. Like, it seems like there's not a whole lot of there's a lot of subjectivity to it and stuff, like, I don't know. And there's a lot of money being thrown around. And there was like the $800,000 Zelda game. But the thing is, this game sold 12 million copies. It's not like this limited production rare thing. Like, I understand that it's probably the best condition copy, but still, like, for it to be what, 300 or 400 times the value of the next closest one, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it just seems sus, as the kids are saying.
So many things I would rather spend $1 million on than a sealed copy of Mario 64 anyway. So I don't know.
Before I move on, anyone else have any like conspiracy theories as to what is going on with this?
Normally I'd make a funny joke here, but I don't have a funny joke for a
I read the article and it says they vetted the person. So
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything other than that. I just saw that you guys were talking about it.
I skimmed it and I was listening to a couple other podcasts that were speculating what could have happened with this, but yeah, I don't know. Real quick, another item. Actually, I'm gonna skip this. Netflix is getting into gaming. There's no real news there, but they hired someone from EA and Facebook, Oculus to. Did anyone have any thoughts on that? Like,
I think it's weird.
Yeah. Apparently, the Disney Plus version of Disney Plus in the UK before Disney Plus had gaming too, but it was limited. And I'm curious if they're going to try to like get into like full AAA stuff, or if it's going to stream, what controller, like, because they're on so many different platforms. How are you going to handle control schemes without it just being like up, down, left, right, okay, and back, like type of like controller, like remote controls? But I don't know. It seems like they're going to try to start rolling it out within the year, like next 12 months. So I guess we'll see. It seems like everyone's trying to get into the space right now. So
we'll see who makes it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. My biggest thing is the controls, and if it's going to be, I assume it's going to be a streaming service type of thing, but it's going to be inside of Netflix and the and not in any additional fees can be included. So
technically, Netflix is already part of the gaming scene. They have Minecraft Story Mode. You can play that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they do have like the Choose Your Own Adventure and like the Black Mirror Bandersnatch and stuff like that. It seems like this is gonna be more like actual real-time gaming, I'm guessing. But I mean, maybe not. There's not a whole lot of details on it, so we'll see what comes out of it. Max, I know you brought this up. The Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl got announced. Smash Brothers like fighting game featuring all the Nickelodeon characters, so like SpongeBob. Help me out here. Wild Thornberries. Go for it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got Danny Phantom. You got.
Oh, here we go.
There was a lot of SpongeBob characters in there.
Invader Zim.
Yes, that's so awesome.
Reptar from Rugrats. Loud House. Real Monsters. Ren and Stimpy. Powder Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy. Are all confirmed.
It's exciting. There's a possibility we might have a gaming character in there, Rabbids, because Rabbids had a Nickelodeon show. A lot of people are pointing that out, and there's now like a rumor floating out there that the Rabbids are going to be a playable fighter in this. So I'm really excited for this game. I know I'm like the only person in here excited for this.
But I'll play it. My kid will like it.
It sounds like it's actually going to be a good game. They got like a really good developer for like the online stuff, and they're doing rollback netcode, which is like why that's awesome, but why like it's going to have better online than Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is it's kind of sad that a Nickelodeon game has better online than Smash Bros. Ultimate, but it's coming out this fall.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of unreleased or unannounced characters. And it sounds like, since everyone on Twitter was talking about this, like it was really trending, it sounds like they're probably going to be doing DLC because they kept telling people, hey, send us your character requests and we're going to try to make something out of this. And people are thinking they're already planning for DLC. And yeah, I'm pumped for this game. It's going to be a day one pickup. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It sounds promising just because of what they're doing with the online. I know the actual game developer has a streak of not having good games, but also having some good games. So I'm hoping for the best here, and yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I don't know. Do you know who's developing it? I didn't see that.
Game Mill or something. It's Game Mill.
Mill's publishing it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're okay. Publishing.
Oh, Fair Play Labs.
Yeah, and there's another one too.
Ludosity.
Ludosity. Yeah.
Ludosity is doing the online, I think. That's like the thing people are freaking out about.
They did Slap City, which I don't know that game. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyone else intrigued before we move on to our main topic of the evening?
It's intriguing.
Yeah. I'm glad that we're getting. Yeah, I'm glad that we're getting more games like this. Honestly,
or like franchise brawlers.
Yeah, I think that like there was a missed opportunity with the whole PlayStation All Stars type of thing. I like the whole like bringing in worlds to like coexist. I think that there's a lot of opportunity in that space. All right, moving on. Our main hot take topic right now is video game movies, films based on video games, to be specific. So Max, you brought up this topic earlier this week, and I went with it. We might revisit it in a few months with more cast members. I know some panelists were interested to jump in this conversation, so we may make this like a two-parter in a little bit, but we'll go around the horn. I dropped some links. I'm going to be displaying stuff on screen. Sorry if you're listening to the audio, but what are your thoughts on your favorite or least favorite films that are video game related? And originally I was thinking that it was going to be based on video games, but there's a lot of movies that are just like in the space of video games that we can talk about if you want to. So Chris, let's go backwards.
All right.
What are your thoughts?
So with that last little snippet you said, maybe think of a couple, at least one other game or movie, which is Wreck-It Ralph, which is definitely on my top tier for video game related movies.
For sure.
I did research a little bit before I get there. I did see recently, I've seen Warcraft and Detective Pikachu and Sonic. Warcraft looked amazing, but didn't really do anything for me story-wise or cinematically, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Detective Pikachu and Sonic. Sonic probably just a little bit more. My son saw Ratchet and Clank, which I didn't get to see. I kind of wanted to see that because it looked pretty cool. But I also have never played a Ratchet and Clank game, so I don't know anything about the series really.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, in my research, I came across that Double Dragon movie, and holy cow, I want to see that so bad. It looks so bad. It's got to be good.
I think I saw that, and I don't remember any of it, which is probably not a good sign.
I saw Super Mario Brothers, and I don't remember a thing about that either.
I remember being so weirded out by that. I was like, "What is this?" And like, I know it's kind of come back as like this like cult classic for just how like out of left field it was. And then I saw like a documentary or something about how off the rails that the whole production of that movie went and how it ended up to being what it was. But yeah, I'm with you I need to revisit that Double Dragon movie. It was what, from like
94, I think.
Yeah.
It screams early 90s for sure.
Yeah, I was a fan of the Street Fighter. Was it the Street Fighter that came out in the 90s?
I think so.
Yeah. There's also a new Mario Brothers movie coming out next year from Illumination Entertainment, the studio that does Minions and Despicable Me and all that, which
might be like a CGI thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that one's probably going to be way better than the original, probably.
Probably a little more canon.
Yeah.
Max, what about you?
Are we going with favorite first? Or,
you can go favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
It's freestyle.
I think could start a lot of people not happy with me. All right, so my favorite video game movie.
Don't do it.
Has to be Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
It's not terrible. Yeah.
No.
I think that movie gets a little bit unnecessary hate. I didn't think it was that bad. There is some cringe moments in there. There's moments I'm like, why is this there? But I thought it was really cool. You had a lot of video game characters that seemed impossible to be in the same movie that happened, and it was cool. You had some Nintendo. You had a lot of everything there, and I wouldn't mind a sequel with that if they could make a sequel. I know that movie. No one's asking for a sequel, but I thought that movie was great. And a close second favorite would have to be Wreck-It Ralph. That was pretty good too. And Sonic the Hedgehog. I thought that movie was great. I'm excited for the sequel of that movie. And that would be my top 3 favorite movies with the video game world.
Let's stick with the favorites. That's a good point. Then we'll do one more round with everyone's like horrible ones, or at least we can discuss briefly. Luke, what about you?
My most recent favorite one would have to be the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I also enjoyed the old ones as well, even though they're a little more campy. But overall, really good.
Yeah.
And other than that, I haven't seen the Sonic one. I want to see that and the Pikachu one because I've heard they're good. But another one I have seen is the Tomb Raider one.
Yeah.
But I liked and didn't like it. So I liked it because it was a lot like the new Tomb Raider games.
Yeah.
And Alicia Vikander does a great job as Lara Croft. But the only thing I didn't like about it is that they don't have the supernatural elements in the movie like they're in the game. So that was just like the only thing I missed about it. Other than that, it was good.
Sure. They made it a little more realistic, like
adventure
type of thing. I haven't seen the new ones. I like Alicia Vikander, and I've been wanting to see that. Was there only one, or were there two that I missed?
There's one, and then they're making another one with her again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I need it. That's on my list to watch. Russ, what about you?
So everybody already brought up Detective Pikachu and Sonic. I really liked both of them. The one I wanted to bring up was Resident Evil.
I know
those movies were so not good, but I still really liked them. And
that's fair.
I found out I really liked Mila Jovovich too from that movie or those movies. She was kind of the reason I watched The Fifth Element too, just because she was in it, and then I ended up liking the movie anyway. But I don't know, something about the Resident Evil movies, they're like just so cringy. I don't know. I really don't know how to describe it, but I still like watching them.
Yeah, I was the other way around. I was a fan of The Fifth Element, and then so I finally I begrudgingly watched I think the first Resident Evil. I think that's the only one I've ever seen, honestly. Yeah, in terms of, I liked Detective Pikachu a lot. I really enjoyed the Sonic movie. That was the last movie I saw in theaters. It was like I brought my kid to the theater for his like first like movie experience to see Sonic the Hedgehog in February of 2020, and I liked the new Mortal Kombat movie. I really enjoyed the old Mortal Kombat movies, but I was like diehard Mortal Kombat fan, and I was like, anything they could have. I mean, they kind of did the bare minimum, but I liked the first one. The second one was horrible, and I knew at that point that it was bad. The other, I'm trying to remember what else. I was kind of a fan of the original Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider, the first one. I felt like
I enjoyed those.
It was okay. Yeah. I liked Pixels too. I know it wasn't like a cinematic masterpiece, but it was a fun movie. I know it got a lot of crap. And then yeah, I mean, with the new Mortal Kombat, I wasn't a fan that there wasn't a tournament. I didn't like that it was all like kind of like this whole side piece, like in between tournaments, like type of thing, and because I liked that whole storyline of it being an actual tournament. But I really enjoyed the film as it was. Oops, I got caught up in our Discord. Okay, we're going to the worst now.
Wait.
What?
One more thing to say.
Yeah.
On the topic of Fifth Element, I really, really enjoy that movie also, and I think it partially inspired the game Cloudpunk, if you've seen or heard of that game, which is really fun also. It's like one of the only Steam games I've ever bought at full price, and I got it like back in, I'm gonna say like maybe mid 2020.
Okay.
So it was really good. I liked it.
I just saw that game. It was on sale at GameStop. I almost bought it physically. I was like, is this just like I thought it was like steampunk or not steampunk, cyberpunk like rip-off game. I didn't realize that it was, and then I started seeing like more and more people talking about Cloudpunk. It's the one where you're like, it's like
you fly the taxi around.
Yes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
That's the same. That's what I saw. Skake in the chat is throwing out Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a good kind of video game adjacent film too. I like that.
Yep.
Okay. Worst video game movies. We might go deep into here. I put a list. I might. Did anyone see actually? Because this movie made it on a list of best and worst video game movies. Did anyone see the newest Assassin's Creed movie, or the only Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender? I heard really bad things about it, but then I saw it on a list of like best video game movies. So like, I don't know if the list was just like skewed or I didn't really hear it. It's a huge cast. It's Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard, Jeremy Irons, Michael K. Williams, and it's just strange I didn't hear anything about it. But in one, it made the third worst video game movie, and then on another one, it made the third best. So I think people are just very confused with this whole topic in general. Okay, worst movies. Russ, we're starting with you this time.
I feel like people are going to hate me for this one. So, of the ones I've seen, I would have to go with Ready Player One.
Ooh.
So I didn't think the movie was bad. It was just disappointing to me. I read the book, listened to the book, and I fell so in love with it, and then felt deep into the world of it. I wanted more of it as soon as I finished the book, but the movie just didn't like capture that.
I agree 100%.
The movie felt, I don't know, like boring to me compared to the book.
It felt shallow compared to the book,
right?
Like, not in a content way, just in a like I don't know, feel like it didn't make you like. I just remember getting chills like over and over with the book, like just like with these little like things, and it's not just like seeing Goro on screen for 2.5 seconds type of thing. I don't know. Maybe it just the format didn't work.
And it felt very fan servicey to see like Tracer and stuff in the movie. Like they just threw random characters in just for the sake of it. And I know they did that in like Wreck-It Ralph, which that movie I thought was a lot more interesting to see those characters.
Sure.
I don't know. I
didn't think
I was
about
really
that,
disappointed in it.
Yeah, if I hadn't read the book, I feel like it would have been I would have been like happy with it. But the book was so entertaining and so like capturing that the movie didn't do that at all. I agree. Luke, what about you?
Probably Doom and Wing Commander.
Yeah. I never saw the Doom one. That was one where they did like the first person like scene like shots of it trying to like.
It's like the last 10 minutes, but yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah. That was the one with The Rock, right?
Yep.
Nice. I never watched.
He's basically a rock in it. That's all he does with a gun.
Nice. Max, what about you?
Yeah, I gotta agree with the Doom movie. That I recently watched that, and I watched it with a group of friends. It was so bad that we didn't finish the movie. It was, that has to be like Dwayne Johnson's like worst acting performance. Like I know that was like really early in his acting career, so I know he's just trying to get used to the whole acting scene, but that was so bad. It was so bad. And then another one that we watched on the same night was the Ace Attorney movie. They made an Ace Attorney movie that didn't come to America, but there's some games that aren't meant to have movies, and Ace Attorney definitely is one of them. That movie is so bad that it's good. Like,
was there a lot
Ace
of
Attorney,
objections?
yes, there's a lot of objections, and it's cringe. It's actually cringe. It's like objection. It's like it is. Definitely watch that movie. That would be a funny movie to watch with friends. I think Ace Attorney might be the worst video game movie. Actually, thinking about it, but it's so bad that it's funny. That's why I'm laughing at it. like the objections, the way it happens is so cringe. And then the one thing I will say about that movie, they do some scenes that aren't in the actual video games. It follows the video games, but it kind of gives you a nice like backstory, a little bit of some of these characters that you wouldn't get in the video game. That's like the only thing good I could say with that movie. But other than that's a garbage movie. It's like a 2 hour and 30-minute movie. So if you don't get to watch movies often, maybe don't watch that because and
it's a slow burn.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you're up.
I don't really have a worst favorite movie.
Okay.
So I thought I'd share this information. Apparently, the worst rated video game movie is Alone in the Dark, which gets a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 9 out of 100 on Metacritic. So that one's probably pretty bad. In other news, I found out there's a Mega Man film being created.
Oh wow!
So that'll be cool.
I think it's being created by Fox, right?
It was by Fox, and then it went to Disney, and now it's with somebody else, I think. Or maybe it is Fox now. I don't know. I can't really. It's not clear who has it. But
I think the only way that a Mega Man movie could be good if it was animated, in my opinion. I couldn't imagine a live action Mega Man movie with.
Come on, The Rock can be a good Mega Man. If he can, He can carry a Rampage film, he can carry Mega Man.
Oh, Rampage!
Rampage.
Okay.
Was that okay? I never watched that one either. But it's weird because they didn't market that as a video as from the original Rampage, which I thought was strange. And I never saw it, but I was like, it took me a second. I was like, wait, is this based on the game? Like when I first,
I completely forgot about my favorite video game related movie.
What?
Oh, Tron.
Oh.
I consider that a video game movie.
Yeah.
Even though it probably technically isn't, but
I think it was the movie first, but I mean it was video game related.
Yeah.
I count it. But I was gonna go into this in your same like movies that you didn't know, or like video games that you didn't know had movies based off them. In this list that I found. So obviously there was a Street Fighter from 94, Doom 2005. We know about the Tomb Raider. Did you know there was a Far Cry movie in 2008? There was a bunch of Tomb Raiders. A Dungeon Siege movie in 2007.
I think I heard of that one.
I feel really bad for interrupting you again, but we completely overlooked a movie that probably all of us have watched, except maybe Max. The Wizard.
Oh, I saw No Friendo in that. Is that the old one? The old one with what's his name from Wonder Years? Fred Savage. Yeah, I never watched that, but I've heard it's amazing.
It's basically a promo for Super Mario 3.
Yes, that's what I saw, and I was like, "What is this?" And I keep it's always on my list to check out.
Yeah, definitely take some time to watch that, just for the sake of history and nothing else. I wonder if that's streaming anywhere. Maybe we can watch that when we go to Too Many Games or something.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I've never seen The Wizard. That sounds like a fun movie.
Oh yeah, I'll be at next weekend. Russ, I know you're out of town. I'll be at the Classic Console and Arcade Game Show in Cleveland. I'm going to be walking around there Saturday the 25th, I think it is, 10 days from now. Or 24th, whatever that Saturday is. I'm driving out.
Yeah, I want to go. I just don't know if I can yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me know if you can make it. I couldn't remember how close it would be to you. And then I think me, Russ, Chris, and maybe Max. I think you're waiting for confirmation. We're all going to be at Too Many Games in Philadelphia in October 8th, 9th, 10th. I think it is. So if you're going to be at any of those, be sure to come say hi. Silent Hill had a film in 2006. Blood Rain 2006. I saw that in the chat. I heard that was pretty brutal in a bad way. Max Payne. Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg? Yes, I forgot about that.
I never saw. I didn't know there was one until recently.
Yeah,
those were good games though back in the day.
Yeah, 2008. Mark Wahlberg was in Max Payne, and I think they did. Was Max? I haven't played Max Payne in so long. Was that the one that went into the slow mo, like the bullet time? Yeah. I think they did that in the film a lot, or at least in the trailer. Resident Evil Rampage.
Another bad movie. The Silent Hill movie I thought was awful. The 2006 one.
Yeah.
I think they made another one. I thought that 2006 Silent. I think I actually went to sleep on that one. Like, I never fall asleep in movies, but that one was like, I want to go to bed.
There was a Dead or Alive movie in 2006.
There's a Monster Hunter movie too.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I forgot that was supposed to be. Wait, who?
Did you see it, Max?
Wait, yeah, Luke and Aaron had a bet, and Aaron watched Monster Hunter.
A little bit of it.
Yeah, he only watched half of it. But what was the bet? It was or was a challenge or something. But
if Aaron watched the full Monster Hunter movie, Chris would buy Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh yeah. So so then he clarified that you only have to play half of the game, which I don't. Is anyone still playing that game right now? I feel bad. Our whole Discord, we went ham on Monster Hunter Rise and played it for like 2.5 weeks, and then no one ever talked about it again. I know, Chris, I saw you had a bunch of hours in it. You had like 80 something hours.
Yeah, somewhere 60 or 80 or something like that. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a challenge for sure. There's so many controls to do and learning everything because I had never played a Monster Hunter game before.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a challenge my brain kind of game, which is I guess what I needed at that time. So. Sure.
Yeah, I've been I every once in a while I think about like, I should dive back into that and go like at least do the single player ones out, not in the little cottage, like the ones out in the lobby. I don't even know what any of the terms are anymore. There's the Dead or Alive movie, House of the Dead. Does anyone remember that from 2007? I never watched it, but there's a House of the Dead film that's supposed to be really bad.
I gotta see that.
Yeah. Another Tomb Raider. I'm on a list of the worst movies. There was a Hitman movie in 2015.
I saw that one.
You watched that?
Don't really remember much about it.
I don't think it's supposed to be very good. Zachary Quinto is in it. Timothy Olyphant was the lead role. Silent Hill Revelation 2012. There were 2 Hitman movies. There was one in 2007 too. Apparently that was even worse. Then there was.
Do we have any video game movies coming out this year?
I don't know that there. I think the Mario is the biggest one coming out next. There's that one with Ryan Reynolds that looks kind of interesting where he's living inside a video game.
That's cool.
And they're like, I think it's Disney. I think it seems like there's a lot of tie-ins that they're building into it. There was a neat
Sonic 2.
Yeah, Sonic 2.
Tomb Raider 2, Call of Duty movie, Minecraft the movie.
The Minecraft movie? Wow.
All those are
Uncharted.
Oh, the Uncharted one.
The Last of Us.
They're probably wrapping filming of that at any time now, because they started filming a few months ago of that with Mark Wahlberg as Sully, and which is weird. And
there's 4 pages of upcoming movies, I guess. Mass Effect, Dante's Inferno, Temple Run, Rabbids, Five Nights at Freddy's, Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Splinter Cell, Far Cry, Ghost Recon.
That's gonna work.
I bet half of these don't make it to production. I bet.
Kane and Lynch, God of War, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid, Heavy Rain. Isn't Heavy Rain like already?
That's
almost
already a movie. Yeah, it's like
a playable movie. Right?
Yeah.
How is that? Wait, how is a Heavy Rain movie gonna actually work? Because you can't make your choices in the theater.
Yeah,
it's Netflix exclusive.
It could be a choose your own adventure. Like you never know.
Borderlands, Russ.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that was like their whole E3 presentation.
They just had a teaser of everybody's silhouette in the movie of the actors.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
When's that coming out? Is that next year?
I don't think they've announced yet.
I thought it was 2022, but I might be wrong.
It should be if they were on set, so I would be surprised if it's more than a year out.
They have a good cast for that movie. I hope that turns out to be a good movie.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart and like
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in that.
They got a good director too.
No friendo in the chat. I think it's coming out next year. It's I think it's about the same. Uncharted. I think it's about at the same stage as the Borderlands movie. They've been filming for a while, so I'd be surprised if it's more than a year out.
If it wasn't for COVID, we would have had the Uncharted movie out last week.
Yeah. Well, the Uncharted movie has been in development hell for years. Apparently, Mark Wahlberg was bought the rights to the film whenever like a decade ago, and was gonna play Drake, and it's been just persistently going, and then they changed everything, and now he's Sully, but because it wouldn't make sense for him to play Drake anymore. It's like he's 10 years older than he was going to be old at that point anyway, and so I don't know. I've been following that for probably 5 years. So yeah, do you remember the game Postal? It was like a horrible. I remember
seeing advertisements for it.
It was a horrible game. It was just gratuitous violence, and I guess there was a movie on that. And then Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, I guess, is one of the worst video game movies. Also, if anyone watched that, I didn't see that one either.
I haven't.
And then I kind of want to watch Assassin's Creed now, though. I actually liked Michael Fassbender. I liked him in that Steve Jobs film. But I thought he was a weird casting choice for Assassin's Creed. I never would have pinned him as that. Any closing comments about video game films? Anything you're looking forward to? I didn't get to say, I really liked Detective Pikachu. That was probably my favorite recent film. I think I like that more than Sonic. I enjoyed that as a Sonic fan.
Don't let Sally hear you say that too loud.
I know. I'll probably really enjoy the new Super Mario movie though. Also, so
yeah, I'm looking forward to taking my daughter to see that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll take the boys. Real quick before we wrap, Russ at CryoSneasel, you're on Twitch. What are you streaming next?
I think I want to finish Resident Evil 4 finally.
Do it. At Luke Leeson. Luke, I know you've been busy with studying and everything. Do you have anything content-wise coming up soon? Nope.
But when I do, I'll let you guys know.
For sure. I know you prepped me that you weren't working on anything, so yeah. I just wanted to give you a I appreciate your film insights. I know you have a lot of you're a big cinephile. So thanks for being here. Max at Monado Max. You're doing your Nickelodeon video next. Is anything else you're doing? You're on YouTube.
I got my Skyward Sword vlog ultimate unboxing
tomorrow.
Yeah,
nice.
I have the Joy-Cons pre-ordered. I don't have an amiibo, so I should have everything for the game, hopefully, to unbox tomorrow. And I am one subscriber away from 1,900 subscribers.
Go subscribe to Monado Max. Get them to 1,900.
And but next week I have a top 10 Nickelodeon characters that I want in the fighting game. So yeah, let's go.
Nice. And then Chris at Toaster Dog, what are you streaming next? You're on Twitch and
Twitch and Instagram, but I haven't posted on Instagram in like 2 months now. I told you I was a social media slacker. I warned all of you.
But it's all good.
I've been on Twitch. I've been streaming Link to the Past. I'm about 3.25 hours in. I guess about a third of the way through the game. So
nice. So are you gonna beat that?
No. I hope so.
Nice.
I've never played it, so it's brand new for me.
Yeah, I've been trying to catch all your streams on it, even if I'm like working on a video that will eventually come out. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna hop back into editing tonight and try to knock this out for a video on my 50 random games that I bought on eBay. So check that out. Check out Russ at Cryosiesel, Luke at Luke Gleason, Max at Monado Max, Chris at Toaster Dog. All the links in the description of the video or the podcast. Be sure to tell all your friends about the TYCAST. We like doing this every Thursday night. So, and thank you for being here. Thank you, Skake and Bacon Media, Official No Friendo. Who else? Meander. You guys are awesome. Retro Arcade Party. We got a lot of panelists in the chat. So thank you. Have a good night. Thank you guys all for being here. We'll see you next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a good night. Everyone listening, have a good night. Adios. Goodbye.